Now, away from football, but let's talk about something very similar, which is rugby. As we have joining us live now, the president of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, no other person than Dr. Ademola Are. Thank you for joining us on Sports Reel this Tuesday.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Beautiful. It's the first time I'm seeing you this year. And of course, I know that Happy New Year is very much in order.
Same to you.
All right. Talking about the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, we know that it was an eventful year for you in the year 2022. Now, we're in 2023. You are going to give us a quick recap of what happened in 2022. What will it be?
Yes, thank you very much. Rugby in Nigeria in the year 2022 faced many challenges. We had to do the election. After the election, the infighting among different stakeholders, and more challenging to us was the ban placed by the world body on Nigerian rugby. Due to, in quotes, government intervention. We were able to surmount most of these challenges, not all. We were able to have the Congress. After that was where the Constitution was approved. We had in attendance the Nigerian Olympic Committee, the ministry's rep, and a representative of the international body. All these were present, and apart from that, we were able to go into the very difficult terrain process of fulfilling the conditions for reinstatement by the international body. We were able to scale through that, and the support of the Honorable Minister, Chief Sunday Dare, was of great importance along this line, and also the president of the NOC. All the board members, we worked tirelessly, and at the end of the day, we were happy that the Nigeria was reinstated back into the fold. Also, under the ban, we were able to visit Kenya for the Safari Sevens. We went there to test run the waters, and we were able to do our best, but we were very much rusty, despite the fact that we brought in 3 foreign-based athletes. So the pointer to this is we need to develop what we have at home. We cannot rely on the foreign-based athletes all the time. So we need to sit down, have proper programs with necessary finance, and we should get going.
All right, quite interesting to know that you did a lot of work to ensure that a solid foundation was laid for the Federation in 2022. Now, it's a new year, 2023. What are the prospects for you?
Yes, rugby for me, as a member of the board, not necessarily the president, we have a lot of prospects beginning from this year. Like I always say, give us the first 1 year, let us solve our teething problems. And you will agree with me that majorly what federations, the most difficult situation federations face, or the challenge, is the issue of funding. And we are trying to ensure that this should not be a stumbling block to some of our programs. We might not be able to get it right 100%, but I can assure you that we are going to hit the ground running. On this note, we were able to, it must be noted that we signed an MOU with SYDA and then the Africa Sports Connect in South Africa. They actually came down to Nigeria. They are very much interested in what we are doing. They believe in our ability. And when they came, they were so happy with what they saw on ground. We hope that with their support and the government of the federal government through the Ministry of Sports, we should be able to clear some of these programs beginning from February.
Quite interesting, Mr. President. I must commend you and your board for the efforts you're putting in. Now, let's talk about how you're stepping up the campaign, towards gaining more popularity for rugby in Nigeria. For the year 2023, what are the plans?
Yes, the first basic step which we took was the organization of a seminar for our coaches and the referees. Take it from me, even no matter what we do, if you don't have the proper or well-trained and coordinated officials, we'll just be wasting our time. They will give wrong foundation to these younger ones. We were able to do that, and like I said, as early as February, we want to ensure that we have anti-doping and medical seminar. We're still dilly-dallying whether in Abuja or Asaba, but because of the National Youth Games, if it is going to take place, then it is better everybody moves to Asaba so that we can have the seminar there. Immediately after that, we are really trying to see that we have national competitions, especially for the female, both male and female. Even if we can get 10 teams to come together, we need to start creating awareness. We cannot do it alone except members of the media, the press. I have to befriend you by fire, by force. There is nothing I can do about that. You are a very, very important stakeholder in this business. And we want to go to all the zones to make sure we do grassroots sports. And you'll be seeing more of school children coming to see rugby during our competitions, because it is what you see that you start developing interest in. It is not just talking, but when you see people playing, and it's not an elitist sport, it is open to everybody. Then we have the Congress in South Africa. I think in March 18th, it's going to be an elective Congress, though we might not really go out to contest a particular post, but I can tell you Nigeria's influence will be felt at that place so that we can get along with everybody, but the right thing needs to be done.
What more can I say, Mr. President? You look to be walking the talk, which is quite interesting. Well done, and thank you for all you do for the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation.
Thank you very much.
All right, and thank you so much for joining us on Sports Reel this Tuesday. And all the best with what you've planned to do for this year.
Thank you.
All right, I've been speaking with the president of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Dr. Ademola Are, speaking about the achievements in the past year and, of course, the prospects for the new year 2023.